The rain was pouring down relentlessly. Mark stood on the curb, checking his watch every 10 seconds. This was the biggest day of his life, a final interview for a senior manager position at the city's top firm. He was wearing his best suit, perfectly pressed. Finally, a taxi pulled up, just as he reached for the door handle. An elderly woman with a cane hobbled up behind him. Shivering violently in the cold wind, she looked desperate. "I need to get to the hospital," she whispered, her voice shaking. Mark looked at the taxi, then at his watch. If he let her go, he would be late. He took a deep breath. "Take it," he said, opening the door for her. "You need it more than I do." The woman thanked him profusely, and the car sped off. Mark waited, but no other taxi came. He had no choice but to run. He sprinted 6 blocks through the heavy downpour. By the time he arrived at the corporate building, he was a disaster. His hair was plastered to his forehead, his expensive shoes were soaked, and water dripped from his suit jacket onto the pristine marble floor. He rushed into the interview room, breathless. The CEO, Mr. Sterling, looked up from his papers and frowned. He scanned Mark from head to toe with a look of utter disgust. "You are 20 minutes late," Mr. Sterling said icily. "And look at you, you're dripping water on my carpet. A man who cannot manage his own time or appearance certainly cannot manage my company," Mark tried to explain. But Mr. Sterling raised a hand. "No excuses. Professionalism is the bare minimum. You can leave." Mark walked out of the office, crushed. He had prepared for weeks, and it was all over because of the rain. He sat on a bench outside the building, burying his head in his hands. He felt like a failure. Just then, a homeless man sitting nearby accidentally knocked over his cup of coins. The meager change rolled into a storm drain. The man panicked, trying to reach through the grate, crying out in despair. People in business suits walked past, ignoring him or looking away in annoyance. Mark didn't hesitate. He got down on his knees on the wet pavement, disregarding his suit completely. He managed to pry the grate open and retrieved the coins, adding a $20 bill from his own wallet before handing it all back to the man. "Get yourself a hot meal," Mark said gently. High above, from the floor-to-ceiling window of the corner office, Mr. Sterling was watching. Moments later, a security guard approached Mark. "Mr. Sterling wants to see you again." Confused, Mark returned to the office. The CEO was standing by the window. His expression changed. "I judged you for being wet and late," Mr. Sterling said softly. "But I just watched you ruin your suit to help a man who could offer you nothing in return." Mr. Sterling extended his hand. "I can teach skills, but I cannot teach empathy. You have the job. Welcome to the team."